Well, good morning everyone and welcome to my new adventure. Originally, I planned to be on the Courtois. I don't know if it's Courtois Creek or Courtois River. I hear it called both. This is early morning, well, just between 8:30 and 9 o'clock I'd say, and I was supposed to be on a kayak doing a 13-mile float on the Courtois this morning, but it's closed right now. It's flooded. And anyway, this is the Courtois behind me. Now, the campground I originally had reserved is a swamp at the moment, so I picked another one, and it's right here on the edge of the Courtois, and it was underwater until early this morning. So, fortunately, it's not dirt, it's gravel, so I'll be okay with that. In fact, I'm kind of going to enjoy it, I think. We have no rain in the immediate forecast, so the water shouldn't rise again and sweep me away during the night. Let me show you where I'm going to camp, and we'll talk about the importance of staying flexible. Okay, well, as you can see, I've got my swim trunks on and my water shoes are in the car. There's a picnic table tied off to this large sycamore to keep it from sweeping away. I'll probably pitch my tent right over here next to those trees. I've got a fire ring there right by the river. All of this was underwater until this morning, and the Courtois right there. It's going to be a sweet spot. So my original plan was to spend the day on the Courtois on a sit-on-top kayak. I've never been in a sit-on-top before, only in sit-in kayaks, and I was kind of looking forward to the experience. They're saying that they're not sure if they're going to allow floating today. They haven't for the past 2 days. If they do, I need to check in around midday to see if they're going to allow it. It will be raft only, and only a 6-mile float where they would shuttle me upriver, and I would end here. So that's nice. I mean, that's really convenient. The thing about a 6-mile is with the water level where it is right now, they think it's only going to take about an hour to an hour and a half, and it's going to be really fast. I'll be like a pinball machine in a raft, just bouncing around. By myself, there's really no good way to steer a raft like that. But I do have my action camera, and I do have a chest mount, so I can film the adventure if I get to do it. I'm not even sure I'm going to get to do it. So I'm here, and I'm going to stay here either way. It's a gorgeous day. We just had a cold front come through that brought in the storms and the flooding, yada yada. So right now, I'd say it's probably touching 70. We're going to stay in the mid to high 70s today. We've got a slight breeze, got the gorgeous river. The Ozark Trail does go through, I'm at Bass River Resort, by the way, and the Ozark Trail does go through here. I've hiked through here on the Ozark Trail before, and I've been here for floats too in the past. I did check in at the office here at Bass, and they did say it's really bad for ticks right now. So that Ozark Trail hike, I could go 6 miles out north and hit a gorgeous view of the Huzzah River Valley 6 miles back, or if I go the other direction south out of here, just a couple of miles out of here is this really neat old cemetery just out in the woods, and then I hike back. So those are potential options. I only brought one book, which I'm more than halfway through, so I really don't have enough to read for the whole day. I'm not sure if I don't get to float. I'm not sure really what to expect, but for right now I picked up a couple of breakfast burritos at the Bass store. This is an awesome river resort. I mean, all of them are kind of unique in their own way. I like Bass because at their store they've got everything, and they offer a lot of different shuttles and floats, and great options. So I think I'll go ahead, sit at my soaking wet picnic table, have breakfast, and contemplate what I'm going to do for the morning. I'll catch you later. right, so I've got the tent pitched, and borrowed this from my daughter. I borrowed a little bit of gear from my daughter. Finally got a chair. It's definitely for car camping, not for backpacking, but I got a chair. Yeah, this is awesome. Way more comfortable than the picnic table, or a rock, or a log, or the ground, like it has been for years. So I've got a self-inflating mattress, self-inflating pillow, a little summer blanket, all in there. This is a 3-person tent, I believe, and so for me it's so spacious. I could see 3 in there easily with some gear, actually. So you know, here in the Ozarks, floating is really a big thing, and so is camping, obviously. And I don't know about other parts of the country and the world if it's such a big thing or not. Just because we have so many large creeks and rivers here in the area, the opportunities are just, I mean, you could spend a few years trying to do it all, you know, trying to float it all. And so I've got a small cooler that was going to go on the kayak, and just a small bit of gear for the kayak trip, or maybe the raft trip if I get to do that. And not much else other than some gear for kicking around camp tonight. You know, a book, buy some beer. You gotta have something in the cooler. A couple of cigars. I'm gonna get all my food at the store, and this is a great setup. They've got a bunch of showers, and you know, they do horseback rides. You've got the Ozark Trail. You've got a little mountain biking here. You know, you name it, and it's pretty much here. It's awesome. They've got all kinds of stuff outside, a pool and tennis courts, and I don't know, whatever you could think of, I would say. Plus they have all different types of cabins, and all the way up to big, like 12, 15-person lodges with big stone fireplaces. It's really a neat place. Sometimes just to grab a cozy cabin and spend a, you know, weekend in the winter. My wife and I have done it at a different resort, and it was snowy, and it was, you know, a lot of turkeys just walking in front of the cabin, and big stone fireplace, and a nice cozy kitchen. You know, we probably did about 4 days in that one winter, and that was awesome. So I guess I'm just gonna kind of chill here. Everything's on hold until midday when I hear if I can get that raft on the water or not. And then I'll decide what I'm going to do after that. I really don't want to risk getting out on the trail and missing that opportunity to float. This whole summer was supposed to be about being on the water for the most part. And so far we've just had enough rain this whole spring into, I guess we would say it's about officially summer in a week or so. And I just really have not been able to get out there. Everything's been flooded and closed, which I understand. It's a safety thing, and that makes total sense. So I know that the water receded a lot overnight last night into early morning this morning. But in the few hours I've been here, it hasn't receded at all. I'm not really feeling positive about the raft. And so I guess a cozy day at camp might be an option. We're going to get down into the 50s tonight. And I cannot run a stake through this rock. This is all river rock that's been compressed down, and there's just no putting a stake in it, so I really can't pull the fly out away from the tent. Right now I have no neighbors, and I'm hoping it stays that way. And then I'll just leave, this is a 2-door tent, and I'll just leave both doors, you know, the netting closed and the fly open, and get a little cross ventilation. And that would be perfect, really good sleeping. Looking forward to down in the 50s tonight. All right, so I guess I'll just putter around here and let you know what develops later. Well, just got back from checking. It's about noon, and the river's closed for the rest of the day, and it's looking like tomorrow at least as well, maybe 2 more days. So they said the ticks are way too bad to get on the Ozark Trail, and definitely stay off. That's their recommendation for everyone. It leaves just one thing to do. So I have this self-inflating air mat I'm using tonight, and it's got like a foam inner to help it inflate, and then you can blow some air into it and seal it up, and it should be comfortable. But the plastic around the nozzle area is broken into two pieces, so it's not holding air. So sleeping on this rock tonight is going to be uncomfortable. That's how it goes. I guess I should have checked it out before I left. It's one of the pieces of gear I borrowed. C'est la vie. But I found it interesting to pack for this trip. This is only the second car trip I've done in years. And it's difficult for me to break the mold of a backpacking trip where I want everything as small and light as possible and fit in that tiny pack. Now, I've got this car, you know, the world's largest backpack, so to speak, and I could bring anything. So I brought a bigger tent, I brought this chair, a little cooler, and things like that, which is really cool. But I found the only way I could really figure out how to pack for this trip is to think of my car as just another backpack, so I could bring whatever I would bring that would fit in that pack. It's kind of interesting. It's I mean, they're not really things that I guess you couldn't bring backpacking. Not a cooler, obviously, but much lighter, smaller chair as possible, and of course a lighter air mattress and tent, you know, a smaller tent. It's just it's an interesting exercise learning how to do this after not doing it for so long. Plus, when we car camped in the past when the kids were little, my wife pretty much had it all dialed in. And I have to say, I guess that she did pretty much all of the planning. I didn't realize it until preparing for this trip. It's good to have to figure it out for yourself sometimes. Well, I finished my book about an hour ago, and I have to say it's been a little boring. I've never bailed on a trip before. I considered it for a brief minute or two, but it's such a beautiful day weather-wise. Just being outside is it's just beautiful out here. And you know, with summer coming on, there aren't going to be too many days like this for a few months. So I decided I'm going to stay here and just enjoy the weather. There has been a bit of entertainment this afternoon though. So about 50 yards to my right is a group of 7 old ladies sitting in chairs like this on the edge of the water where it's really shallow, and they've been working on getting drunk all afternoon and getting louder and louder. And it's pretty entertaining. Nothing like a group of drunk old ladies to it's just been funny. I'm sure you can hear them. I don't know how you can miss it. This is only my second, so no, I'm not joining the old ladies. So I've been thinking about these videos. I've been doing them every week for quite a while now, and sometimes it's really difficult. I've got a long to-do list at home, and it's not getting any shorter. And so kind of tossing around the idea of doing bigger adventures, but not being on a regular schedule every week, like maybe 2 or 3 a month, and then I could have some more home time and you know, kind of work that to-do list down. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. You know, it'd be something where I guess I'd have to do that typical YouTube thing where I'd have to give the shout out to you know, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss my videos. Right now they just pretty much pop out on schedule every Sunday morning at 9 Central, but yeah, I don't know. It would be fun. I really do want to get out there for bigger adventures. I've been itching to do that. Like this today was going to be a one-day float, 13 miles. In a kayak, I would knock that out in 7 or 8 hours. And it was going to be a blast. I mean, if, you know, water levels were normal, it would have been a blast. Today, I think it would have, I mean, looking at this swift current, it really would have been too risky, and I don't think my skill level's that good, to be honest with you, not to make something like this. I know there are people that could do it, but I don't know. So I'm gonna sit here enjoy my second cigar of the day and that beer, and just watch the river run by, I guess, and take a walk over to the store, which is pretty close to where I am now, and pick up a sandwich or something for dinner. I tell you what, this is really convenient. It couldn't get any easier than this, that's for sure. Many more days like this and I'd probably be one with the chair. You wouldn't get me up to do anything. Alright, I'll catch you later when it's dinner time, because there's not anything to show you between now and then. See ya. Well, I just got back from the store. So this is a ham and turkey deli sandwich, bag of Doritos. That's dinner. It's convenient. They make handmade pizzas there, 12 and 16 inch, and they'll deliver them to your campsite or your cabin after you place your order once it's ready. That's pretty cool. On the weekends they have a breakfast buffet, and for dinner on the weekends they'll do like, it's not like a buffet, you order meals, but it's kind of like grilled, you know, steaks and chicken and stuff like that with all the sides. Tell you what, this is living out here, man. Somebody else is doing all the work. The food's really good. Well, I mean, compared to how I usually eat when I'm out. So the ladies behind me there, they've been drinking all afternoon, turned into a bunch of woo girls now. I don't know if you know what a woo girl is. They're kind of old for that, but that's where somebody says something and they all go, woo! Only like really loud. I'm not doing that. Especially with them right over there. Every once in a while I just hear them all shout out, woo! It's really funny. So they do have Wi-Fi here. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. There's no cell service here. And I was texting my wife and I told her about this mattress being busted. And she Googled and found a Walmart about, I think, half hour, 45 minutes from here, and tried to encourage me to go to get a new mattress. But I was telling her, you know, this has been such a dull day. I'm actually looking forward to the challenge of sleeping on these rocks, on this, what's left of this foam self-inflating mattress. See how it goes, just to add a little excitement to this trip. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is. And you know, I was thinking about this video. I mean, I'm going to edit this video before I determine whether I'm going to actually post it or not. Now, hopefully there's something, you know, to get out of it. But I could see this video being nominated for like most boring video of the year and winning the award or something like that. I just wasn't able to do any of the stuff I really wanted to do today. I couldn't get on the trail. I couldn't get on the water. I just sat here. It's been really pretty. Weather's been awesome. The water's really pretty. There's plenty of wildlife, lots of butterflies and squirrels and birds, and the cicadas aren't really bad here. And although we should be getting towards the end of the cicada cycle for this year, but we'll see if I post this one or not. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and have dinner. And I bought 2 bundles of firewood when I was at the store, but they're really big splits. And I didn't bring in a hatchet or an axe or anything, and I don't even have like a big knife on me, just a pocket knife. So there's no way I'm going to be able to work with it. So no fire for me tonight. I mean, that would have been something, because I have a feeling it'll be definitely cool enough to enjoy a fire tonight or first thing in the morning. But now I guess I have some firewood for next trip. Alright, I'm going to eat dinner, and if anything happens, I'll get back to you later. Alright, so it's heading on to 6:30, which means a good 2.5 hours till it's dark enough to get to sleep anyway. And I'm bored, y'all. I mean, I am just flat out bored. I have never been this bored on an adventure in my life. So I've been texting Jackie all day about how boring this is. And I want to really stick it out. I'd like to have a good video, but there's really nothing for me to do. I'm going to sleep on the rocks because I have that busted air pad, and then have coffee and oatmeal in the morning. Yippee. So she had a good idea. Why don't I just pack it up now? Well, it was my idea. I told her I was thinking about bailing. She goes, pack it up now and then ride on the Katy Trail on your bike tomorrow. It's like, that's a good idea. And actually, I just broke camp, which means it'll be pretty much 9 o'clock or close to it when I get home. But I gotta tell you a couple of things real quick. So at first I was gonna title this video 13 miles on the Courtois. Well, that didn't happen. So then I was gonna title it Overnight in a River Resort. That's not happening now. So I was telling her, it's like, well, I hate this. I've never bailed on a video. I said, should I even make a video? She goes, yeah. She goes, here we go. Sorry, I'm trying to get to her text because it was pretty funny. She goes, sure, title it, my dumbass thought camping in Missouri in June was a good idea, but I explained how I really can't put dumbass in the title on a video on YouTube. Maybe I probably get away with it, but it's not really something I want to do. So then she suggested, I wasn't prepared for this. Camping sucks. It doesn't, but boredom does. So I don't know what I'm going to call this video if I actually post it. I'm going to definitely edit it, get my opinion on it, get my wife's opinion on it. You may or may not see this, but either way, if you do see this, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.